So starting with the session, I hope my screen is now visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, I haven't prepared any presentation for you all for these two or three sessions. Why? Because I wanted to convey you people in the very raw manner. I want you all to look at these charts, to gain some confidence, and to like it will act as a proof for you all that whatever I am telling you, I am teaching you, is proven by these charts. For me, technical analysis is nothing but it is the study of market generated past data. Market generated past data like the share price, the trading volumes, and various other indicators. Before starting with what technical analysis actually is, it is really important to understand what a chart look like. See, these are some different things which I have made for the making you understand in upcoming session. But for just a sake of simplicity, we will take example another script so that there is no work done on these scripts. Okay. First, very important thing, there you all can see that a chart, but what actually it is. For this, see, there are many types of charts. First one, which we will be discussing today, is a line chart. I hope every one of you have studied economics in your 11th, 12th, or by your 9th and 10th as well. So this is nothing but it shows you, it is a daily chart. What do I mean by a daily chart is whatever the price movement happened in on that particular day, it will be showcased in these charts. There are many time frames, like for even 1 second, 5 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minute, and these much are the options that you have. Even you have for half yearly, quarterly, and yearly as well. So it completely depends on what range you are trying to work on. Every range has some similar their own value. You if you want to do an intraday trade, I would really suggest you to go with 1 day charts or maximum 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour charts, not below that, because I am assuming that most of the people over here are working professions or professionals or are students. So we are not someone who will sit and analyze chart each and every moment. We will be mostly placing our AMOs, that is aftermarket orders. So it is really important for us that we usually do analysis based on our 1 day time frame or at max 1 hour time frame. With what do I mean by these line chart is, it does not show you anything. It shows you the closing price of that particular stock on that particular date. See, here is the chart. Now you can see that over here on x-axis there is some date mentioned. It's 8th of June 2021. And similarly on y-axis you are able to see the price. So this is nothing but the closing price of a particular stock on 8th June 2021. So if someone asks you like what was the closing price, you can tell that SBI Life closed at somewhat around 980 levels and odds on 8th of June 2021. The same way on 9th of June it closed at this level. On 10th June it closed at this level. If I'll change the time frame, say I take the time frame at 1 hour, what will happen? This is a like chart for 14th June. So on 14th June at 9, it opened at somewhat this level. At 10 it closed at somewhat this level, like 1054.50. At 11 it at 11, yeah, here we have 11, a very like small change but smooth, not that strong change, but yes, it closed at 1056.1 level, or for the sake of simplicity we will take just rupees in consideration. We won't be taking paisa or decimal places in consideration for just the sake of simplicity. At 12 it closed at 1059. At 1 it closed at 1059 again, somewhat similar, and you can see a major downfall. This is the level of 1053, and this is how your V like line chart will form for 1 hour time frame, but we will be taking at one day. Just similar to this, if I change the time frame to say 1 week, now the chart that will form is for a particular week. Say at 23rd November, the stock closed at 845 levels. Now the next time is 1 December. Why is it 1st December? Because it is a weekly chart. I hope I am making some sense and you are up to you all are with me till this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now taking our second type of chart. This is nothing but a bar chart. What do I mean by a bar chart? See, here now you can see that this is a green bar, whereas this is a red bar. What do they actually mean? Let me tell you. Uh, give me a minute. This is your sorry. Open. So, those. Okay, so if we'll analyze this green bar, okay, just ignore everything from here and ignore everything over here. Is there any message? Someone, can you explain? Ma'am, I haven't explained candlestick till now. We are just discussing what are the different types of charts. The first one I discussed was a line chart. If you have any issue in that, please let me know. We haven't till now we haven't gone to candlestick charts. Okay, so we'll just try to know what do this this green bar has to tell us. Okay, so once a green bar is formed, remember this is the lowest point it touched on that particular week, because it is a weekly chart. So let's take it as a daily chart. My analysis, like my points will go down there. Okay, so this is the lowest point to which that particular stock went in that particular week. This is the highest point that it reached on that particular week. This is known as the opening price. This amount of say 900 level was somewhat an opening price at which the stock opened on 28th of December, if I'm not wrong. No, this is for 4th of January. So particularly this is for 28th December to 4th of January. So on 28th December, it opened at somewhat this level and it closed at this level of 935 Are you all getting what I am conveying you? Just keep in mind and make a note that if it is a green candle or a green bar, then opening price is always below the closing price. Why? In order to understand this in a much better way, green signifies the bulls in the market, and red signifies bears, or it shows that the stock has went down. If a red bar is formed or a red candle is formed, it means that the stock has went down. So opening price will be this and closing price will be this. But here it is a green candle, so it means that the stock has went up. So opening price will be at somewhat this level, whereas the closing price will be at this level. High and low will remain same for whether it is a red bar or a candle, or it is a green bar or a candle. I hope I am making some sense. And now, like, I would like to tell you people, how do I analyze a a red bar? This will be the low point. This is the highest point it touched. The closing price is now down and it opened at this level. So SBI Life opened at 899.2 on 18th of January. It went down and closed at 862. The lowest point it touched during that week is 832 levels, 38 levels, and the highest point it reached was somewhere around 918. Are you all getting me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
perfect. Now the same thing happens with candlesticks. Why do we usually prefer candlesticks? Is because somewhat you will find a difference. See, many times people might miss these, what can I say, these horizontal lines, and it does not seem really good on looking at these simple lines and all these things. So now we will move to our main main point of focus, that is a candlestick. See, similarly, this is a green candle, and now this is the closing price at which the like the particular stock closed. This is the opening price. This is the highest point it went, and this is the lowest point it went. Open, high, low, close. This is the level at which it opened. The lowest point it went was somewhere around this level of 963. It opened at 964 and odd, but it went lowest to 963. The highest point it reached was 993 on that particular day, because now this is a daily chart, and it finally closed at this level of, say, 984 and odd. Are you all getting me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, if we'll look at this candle, what does this candle tell you is, this is the highest point it went, this is the lowest point, this is now the opening price. The stock opened at somewhat 1000 levels, and on that particular day it closed at somewhat 991. Also, to know it much better, please have a look at this particular thing. OHLC. O means open price, H means highest price, L means low, and C means closing price. This shows you how much it went down, and this is in percentage form. So if I look at this level, I can see over here that this particular day, the prices at which it opened was somewhere around 999. The highest point it reached was at 103 levels. The lowest point was 988, whereas it closed at 991. Are you all with me till now? Any sort of confusion, please let me know. Otherwise, you will get confused. Which shares are good for invest in penny stocks or heavy stocks? Sir, if you are looking for investment purpose only, I would recommend you to analyze what is your time frame for what you are trying to invest in. If it is a very long period of time, don't go for penny stocks, but yes, you can go with the stocks that are in your like small cap or mid cap categories. For that, if you like want to invest only, then it is really important that you go with fundamental analysis first, because it is the place, or it is the analysis that will help you to understand the things pretty much well. Technical analysis is mostly done for an intraday or a swing trades. It will give you much more confident calls for these purpose only. If you are looking for a bigger time frame, then we will recommend you to go with fundamental analysis. Everything is for short term period only, sir. Penny stocks are the ones that will give you a good return, but there are certain chances that it might go down. That is why you won't see penny stocks in portfolios of people, because they show you high volatility, and this is somewhat like penny stocks are preferred by traders, intraday traders and all, because they go in certain direction only. They mostly perform in sideways trend, and sideways trend is really good for like the intraday traders. They really like that trend. Also, we will be talking about this at the very end. If someone is not able to understand what candlesticks are, please let me know. Okay, so assuming that now everyone understands what a candlestick actually is, what do these red color and this small stick really try to convey you. Now, another important term which I will be telling you is, see, whatever this colored portion is, this shaded portion is known as the body of the candle, whereas this long stick or this stick is known as a shadow or a wick of a candle. They also hold some importance that we will be discussing in our upcoming days. Okay, so similarly, this is the body of the candle. This very thin stick on both the ends is known as a shadow or a wick. Always remember, a good technical analyst always considers facts and stay away from emotions. See, there will be certain calls that you will be getting. There are certain chances that your analysis is really good, but market will show you some situations where your analysis may go wrong. You might have to face some losses, your stop loss gets hit, but most of the people can't resist their ego and they end up losing money in the stock markets. If your stop list is hit, better you book your profit, your loss, and exit the market, because some in this market is supreme and the price is the king of the market now. Keep this thing in your mind. Your stop loss should be in your system, not in your mind, because there will be certain situations where your ego will come into play and it won't allow you to exit the trade and you might end up losing your money. Now, talking about different types of trends in the market, because it is really important to know what are the trends and what do we actually mean by it. Yes, someone wants to speak something. Okay, thank you so much for muting yourself. Okay, so see, this is Axis Bank weekly chart from this is 20th July. I will change it into 1 day time frame. Yes, yeah, here we go. The first trend which we will be discussing about is an uptrend. There are basically three types of trends in the market. The first one is uptrend, the second one is downtrend, and the third one is sideways trend. For people who are majorly in the stock markets, they really prefer the sideways trends, because there are certain things which help them analyze what a particular stock can do on that particular day. We will be discussing about it, but first we will be discussing what actually an uptrend means. I hope you all can see this time frame. This is a daily chart of Axis Bank, and right from here, this is known as an upward trend. But how would you know that this is an uptrend? The characteristic of an uptrend is it makes a higher high and a higher low. This is the lowest point that it reached. But it is just for your knowledge. Uh, See, this stock is now has reached this high point. It went back to this low point, then it started gaining some momentum. It went up, then went down, went again up, again some consolidation. It went down, but again started gaining some momentum, went down to this level, and then went up. In market, you won't see a sudden upsurge. You won't see that the stock has reached from this level to this level like this, or you can't see that a stock goes up like this. There will be certain movements. The stock always go up in this way. uh, this way. It goes up, consolidates, goes up, consolidates, goes up, and consolidates. Okay, you won't see such situations happening in the market that it goes straight up, 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 up. No, this is a really long time frame. If you can see, from 31st of August 2020 to 16th of February 2021, this stock was in an uptrend. The characteristic of an uptrend is it forms higher highs and higher lows. What do I mean by higher high is, see, at this point, this stock has made a high. then it consolidated, again went up. This again is a high point, after which the stock consolidated. Then again it went up, consolidated, and this is another high point at which the stock went, again consolidated, and this is the high point now. After this, there was no high point. Similarly, if you will see that this is the lowest point it went, after that it started gaining some momentum, again went down, but again gained momentum. Here there was a major downfall, but it consolidated over, consolidated to this level and again went up. If you will see, the low point over here is 401 rupees. Over here it is somewhere around 477. Now over here it is at 568 levels. Now over here it is at 621 levels. So you can see, even if a low point is hit, it is greater than the previous low point. Similarly, a high point is, whenever a high point is made, it is greater than the previous high point. Over here it is at 522 levels. Now it has reached at 635 levels. At here it is hovering around 690. At here it is hovering around 765 levels, and here it has went to 797. Higher highs are in making and a higher low is also in making. This is termed as an uptrend. Are you all with me till now?
Yes, sir.
I want every one of you to answer, because these are really important things. And once I am done with these things, and once we'll enter in candlestick patterns, these things are something which will be really beneficial, and every time it will be taken into consideration. So if you have any sort of confusion, please let me know now only, because afterwards we won't be taking all these things in a pretty much deep manner. Assuming no one is responding in the group, in the chat, so we'll go with what actually a downward trend means. So again, this is a daily chart, and for our example we'll take 2015. See, here you have a very good example of what a downtrend means. It is again opposite of what actually an uptrend is. You can see the stock is making a lower high now and a lower low as well. And this marks as a downward trend. This is a small downtrend, but if you will see at this level, now you can see that the stock has consolidated to a very good extent, and it is showing you something as well. See, the stock is hovering around, we won't discuss this, we'll discuss from over here. This has made a new high. Now the stock consolidated and went to this point, a low point of 450 levels is made now. It started gaining some momentum, went up, again tried consolidating, went up to this level only. Now it consolidated. Another low point is formed at 367 levels. The previous low point was 450. If you'll consider this as well, this is 429, and now another low is made at 370. So you can see that a lower low is made. Similarly, a lower high is also made. If you will see at this level, the stock was at 530 levels. It went down, consolidated, and reached at a maximum of 485. Consolidated again. Now it's consolidating, and now it has went to 458 levels. Again, it has consolidated and reached to a new high at only 429, whereas the previous one was at 457. So it is a lower high that has been made, and this is the characteristic of a downtrend. Are you all with me till this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So now we will take an example of what actually a sideways trend is, because this is something which usually many intraday traders or stockbrokers like. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. In this zone only, the zone that is yeah, so in this purple area zone only, please look at this zone only, from over here to over here. What can you think? What can you see? See, the stock went up, it reached to this level, but again the bears kicked in. In our basics of stock market session, I told you that stock market is a fight between bulls and bears, and the one who has more power wins. See, here the bulls were trying to rule this stock, but the bears kicked in at certainly this point. The stock consolidated. Again, the bulls took the charge. They tried to reach to this level and tried to make it more above this level. But again, bears didn't allow them. They tried to consolidate, but the power of bulls was pretty much good. So they took it back to this level. Again, the same thing is happening. And the stock is neither going in an upward trend or a downward trend. It is somewhat making a high at similar point only and a low as well at a very similar point. This is known as sideways trend. I hope you are getting me. This is more sort of a sideways trend. Now, why I told you that intraday traders really like this kind of trend is, you can see that the stock is going till this point, and after that the bears are kicking in. So what an intraday trader will do is, they will buy it at over this level, or a swing trader will do is, they will buy it at this level, wait for it to go up, then they will sell off positions and will short the particular script. Wait for the script to go down again, somewhat if you can see that this level has reached a point, so now they make a position again in the market. Once this target of hitting blue line is from view, you can see that this level again consolidating. It's consolidating now. So what I can do is, I can short it off at this level as well and mark my target till this level, that yes, it might go down till this level. If the stock shows me a correction, or it shows me that these bulls I have kicked in, I will square off my short position in the market and will enter a buy position. You can see that even if this level is crossed by the bears, the bulls immediately took charge and the stock closed at this level. The bears are not allowing the bulls to go above this level. Similarly, the bulls are also not allowing the bears to go below this level. What call these levels as the level below which the bulls are not like the bears are not able to go down is known as a support level. It is a level from where the prices might go up. Just for your understanding, you can take an example of a floor and a roof. This is a roof. If you try to jump, you can jump till roof, but you can't go above roof. Similarly, if you land on a floor, this is the point from where you can jump off again. The same manner, this level is known as a resistance level. This is the level beyond which the bears are not allowing the bulls to go. The prices are not able to go up beyond this level. That is why it is known as a resistance. Whereas the prices are not going below this level as well. That is why we call this as a support level. Are you all clear with both terms, support and resistance?
Sir,
So, excuse me, sir.
hello.
So,
Yes, please
hello, sir.
go ahead.
So, your
Yeah, yes,
voice
sir.
was breaking.
Okay, just give me a moment, sir. I hope my voice is now clear.
No, sir. Little bit breaking.
It's again breaking. Okay, so were you able to listen to what I was trying to tell you for resistance and support?
Pardon, sir?
Were you able to listen me what I was trying to tell you about resistance and support?
Not completely, sir. Half the part was breaking.
Sorry everyone for the inconvenience caused. I hope now my voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So we were discussing about support and resistance. Were you able to listen me what I was trying to convey you people?
No, sir. Once again, repeat it, sir.
Okay, so were you able to understand what I meant by sideways trend?
Yes,
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
sir.
okay, no issues. So resistance and support level is something which I will explain you with example. So take an example of your floor and your roof. The floor is the like point from where you can jump, but till what point? Till your roof, because beyond which you can't go. Similarly, if you land on floor, then this is the point from where you can go up again. This is certainly known as resistance level and a support level. Support level is the level from which a particular stock is expected to go above, whereas the resistance level is something, a level beyond which you can't go with a very, like without a very strong force. So this is the level beyond which the stock is not able to go up. See, over here it went up, but again it closed at this level. Again the bulls tried to go to this level, but the bulls took the charge and they again like forced the stock to go down. Are you getting my point? Above this level the stock is not going up, and the stock is not going below this level as well. So this is known as a support level from where the stock goes up, and this is known as the resistance level beyond which the stock can't go. Are you all with me till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, yeah, see, the more the sideways trend is, the more your, say, support and resistance level is tested, the weaker it gets. For the simplicity of your understanding, we'll take an example of a cricket helmet. I hope you all might know this fact that if a person is hit on the helmet, the value or say the quality of helmet degrades. Similarly, the more your support or resistance level is tested. What do I mean by tested is the more support or resistance level is hit. See, over here it has hit over here, somewhat at here. So the more it hits, the lesser the valuable it gets. Similarly, if you will see, your support level is hit at this level for the first time, at this level at second time, at this level for the third time. Now back to back you can see the red candles are formed. So this marks your journey that yes, now the bears have took the charge, and you might see a bearish trend now, a downward trend. This is what the stock has shown you. It has consolidated. The power of the bears is depicted over here. And once a great power is there with you, you can go below the floor price or support price and see the consolidation that this stock went. I want you all to keep this in mind that this is not a sole manner to analyze a chart. There are various other things that you should keep in mind before making any position in the market. We are just now trying to analyze things. We are just trying to grasp things, know things how they really work. That is why I'm just telling you that yes, you can short over here, but if I am at your position or I am doing any trade analysis, I won't enter in this trade just because I'm getting a signal that resistance sorry, support level is broken. There are other indicators such as candlestick patterns, RSI, MACD, exponential moving averages, volumes, and other various things that should be kept in mind. This is not a sole like parameter. There are 5 parameters which I will be telling you, you should keep in mind, but you can think of it like yes, here the flow support is broken and now a consolidation is seen. Are you all with me till now? Guys, please unmute yourself. I have to regular. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now I hope you are pretty much clear. So, do you want me to tell you more examples of the sideways upward trend or downward trend more?
Yes, sir.
Sideways one.
Okay, one more for sideways trend. Again, we'll go with it. See, this is. See, again, you have a very perfect example for it. And now this is telling you things in much more detail. See, the stock has now entered in a sideways trend. It is neither going above these levels, it is not going below these levels. And now see here the power of the bulls was pretty much high. How do you measure the power? Is see how long the candle is formed. Again, there another level, like another time the bulls have entered, and this green candle means that yes, bulls were in power, but now the bears have took the charge. What I could have done is, this is certainly known as a candlestick pattern, which is which we will be discussing in our tomorrow, because today we are done with our time. So this is something, a trend, a candlestick pattern which has been formed over here, because of which you can analyze that the stock might go down from here. And now you can see the levels. The resistance level has been like hit for first time over here, second time over here, third time, fourth time, and now fifth time. So fifth time the power of the bulls is pretty much high, so you can expect that the stock might go up now. And if you would have taken a position for say a month or so, you would have earned a good profit. But again, this is not a sole parameter. There are different indicators which you should keep in mind. You can see that the support level is tested first time over here, second time, almost second time over here, third time, fourth time almost, fifth time, and now it has went down. So the more your support or resistance level is tested, the weaker it gets. And you can see a reversal, trend reversal. What do I mean by trend reversal is, now the stock might go in a downward trend or in an upward trend. It completely depends on different candlestick patterns which have been formed, different indicators that we will be discussing in our upcoming sessions. Any other example you want me, I am happy to show you people. Manani Petrochemical, what do you want me to analyze in that stock, sir? Okay, for others like who are just beginning their situations, or who are just knowing the very basics of technical analysis, do you have any other queries or questions? Because I have taken this at a very low pace, because I wanted you all to pay some attention to clarify your things, your basics, because this will act as a foundation for you all to have a good career in technical analysis. If you have any queries, please let me know. I will take Manali Petrochemicals. So what do you want me to analyze in it? This is right now in a sideways trend. See, there was an upward trend, then the stock went in a sideways trend. A very perfect example, like from this point, you can see that the stock was somewhat in an upward trend. You won't get a picture like a book perfect trends in charts because there are certain limitations of these lines as well. But this is a clear uptrend, and now you can see that the stock has gone into a downward, like a sideways trend. Again, your support level, your resistance level, sorry, support level and resistance level, it is being getting checked and many a times. So you can see something better in this particular script. I'm not following this, but yes, it is a very good example of sideways trend and an upward trend. Guys, do you have any query? Please let me know. Yeah, thank you so much, Rohit sir, for this. Okay, so I'm assuming that no one have any query till now. Uh, this ends. This marks as an end for us today. Tomorrow we will be discussing more about candlestick patterns and what are the different types of candlestick patterns, and the session will move forward in a very like in a more say fast forward manner, because we can't give a lot of time to these things only. So we'll try to wrap up the things like like tomorrow we will be discussing around 6 to 8 candlestick patterns, right from bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing to evening star, a morning star, hanging man, shooting star, or various other things also. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this session. You learned something pretty much is that is important, and you will get to know the importance of whatever we discussed today in tomorrow's session. If anyone has any query, you can unmute yourself and let me know. Otherwise, I think we are good to wrap up this session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for replying in the chat box. So, thank you so much, guys, for joining this session. I would request you all to stay with us, like for upcoming sessions, because this is the foundation stone right now that has been let down. Tomorrow, we will be trying to build say a ground floor for our building of technical analysis, and hopefully we will be able to build a very good building, a very super strong building, and you will be able to get some values from these sessions. Also, please pay kind attention to each and every word, and pay a very good attention to these sessions, because we have a game related to these sessions like technical analysis. We have planned some games for you as well, so you would be really able to utilize your knowledge that you have gained from our sessions in those games. Okay, thank you so much for joining in, and I hope to see you all in tomorrow's session. Thank you so much. Now you can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.